Hi there, it's Barry Davenport with Live Bold and Bloom. And today let's talk a little bit about finding your life passion. So you might ask, do you really even have to have a life passion? Is that really critical to living a successful life? And the honest answer is no, you don't have to have a life passion. In fact, most people in this world either don't have one or they're not living out their life passion. And that's really unfortunate because one main reason for finding that life passion and tapping into it is that it opens you up to a much higher quality of life, to much more enjoyment of life, to a much fuller and richer experience of becoming yourself authentically and living that out day to day. So think about this. If you were listing on a scale of 1 to 10, where you fall on the life passion scale, let's say 1 is you're living a life of quiet desperation, very unhappy, and not enjoying what you're doing in life. And 5 is maybe you have a mediocre life where things are okay, but they could certainly be better. And 10 is you're waking up every day enthusiastic and excited about what you're doing and how you're living. Where do you fall on that scale? I would say if you fall anywhere from a 7 or below, you might want to work on finding your passion or tapping into it even more deeply. So how does one go about finding a passion or tapping into it or integrating it into their life? Some people are fortunate enough that they are born sort of knowing what their passion is, that it comes to them innately, and that they, as soon as they're able to talk and walk and think, they have an inclination toward that passion, whether it's music or art or writing or mathematics, whatever it happens to be. And then others of us, myself included, don't really know what that passion is until they do the work to figure it out. Now, we all have some inner feelings about what makes us happy and what gets us excited, but pulling that together and seeing it as a life passion takes some work. It takes some inner work and investigation on your part. So how does one go about doing that inner work? Well, first let's define what life passion actually is. Your life passion is the intersection of what you really love to do and your natural abilities and your core values. So I'll say that again. It's the intersection of what you really love to do, your natural abilities, and your core values. So if you can begin to identify those things, then you're getting yourself on the road to discovering what that passion is and putting it to purpose in your life and integrating it in some way, whether it's through your work, through a hobby or an avocation, or whether it's just some kind of lifestyle attribute that you want to integrate. Any level of adding your life passion into your life is going to increase your level of enjoyment and your experience of life. And of course, the more fully you put it into your life, the broader that experience will be. So let's go back to those 3 points. Let's start with your core values. You know, if you had to, could you reel off your top 5 life values that are most important to you? I don't think most people can do that, at least off the top of their head. So here's a little exercise for you. You can go on Google and just type in the words values list, and you'll come up with a variety of list of values words, all kinds of words that define different life values. Print off that list or look at it on your computer and go through it and circle the ones that are truly important to you, and then narrow it down to your top 5 core values. That's kind of hard to do, but if you had to pick the ones that were non-negotiable, that were the most important to you, narrow it down to 5, because really you can't align your life with every single value, but you can have 5 that are really, really important to you. So that's the first exercise. Go to the computer, print off that values list, and narrow it down to 5 core values. The second exercise you might want to try is start writing down everything that brings you joy in life. And it doesn't have to be anything work-related, or it can be anything. Think back to childhood when, just playing brought you joy, and what kind of play, what kind of experiences you've had. And also look at your work life and identify the things in work that really bring you joy. Maybe it's communicating, maybe it's teamwork, maybe it's writing or being a leader. But write down the things that bring you a lot of joy and make an extensive list, even if the things on the list seem crazy to you. And then finally, write down what you are good at. And again, you can go online and type in the words list of skills or skills list or skills assessment. Those will help you identify what some of your skills are. Now, we can certainly be skilled at things that we don't really like. So you need to go through that list of skills and identify those that you enjoy doing, that are attributes you have that you actually find enjoyable or fun. And take those three lists and put them together side by side. And start trying to find places where your skills and your values and your joys might meet together, might come together. That's the place where you're going to find your passion. Now, there's a lot more work to be done in terms of taking those things from that list and finding a way to apply it to your life and to integrate it, whether it's in your work or hobby or whatever. But for now, that's the way to get started. Find out your core values, find out what really brings you joy, and find out the skills that really make you happy. If you want to do some more work on discovering your passion, I've got a link to a great resource below this video, so I hope you'll check that out. And I'll be back again to talk more about how to find your passion and put it to work for you. This is Barry Davenport with Live Bold and Bloom. Thanks for coming by today. Take good care.